What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stu back again with another video. Man, it's been a week and a couple of days since I made a video, man. I had to take care of some things. I had to rearrange school, YouTube. Had to take care of school first, but I'm back again with another video. As you've seen by the title, today we are talking about the NBA Finals. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I've been keeping up with the finals. Even though I haven't made videos on the games, I've been keeping up with the finals. And man, we got ourselves a series. Game 4 going on tonight. But before we get into Game 4 and predictions and previews and all that, we gotta talk about the first 3 games. If you're new here, subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below your predictions and your thoughts on the series so far. LBJ, AD, Jimmy Butler, the injuries. We're gonna get into all of that. Leave down your thoughts, leave down in the comments. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So, Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Miami Heat and the LA Lakers featured, we got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Rajon Rondo, just some of the few names. The Dwight Howards on the Los Angeles side. And then on the Miami side, you got players like Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Andre Iguodala, Bam Adebayo, Goran Dragic. And then the head coaches, you got Frank Vogel on the Lakers, and you got Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra's already won a couple of titles with LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh a few years ago. So it'll be interesting to see what the outcome would be, because LA is the pretty heavy favorite. LA is a pretty heavy favorite so far. So, but the series, we've seen that anything's possible. Anything's possible. But Game 1 of the NBA Finals, the Los Angeles Lakers ended up winning 116-98 in a blowout victory over the Miami Heat. Yeah, that game was just pretty one-sided. The Heat didn't stand a chance. LeBron was doing his thing, AD was doing his thing, and it was just undeniable at the end of the day. Just to show a couple stats, LeBron ended up having 25 points, 9 assists, and 15 rebounds. Anthony Davis ended up having 34 points, 5 assists, and 9 rebounds. Those boys were monsters. And Jimmy Butler ended up having 25 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. During Game 1, Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic both went down with injuries, man. That was really, really tough for the team. So that's why the game got really lopsided. So who knows what was gonna go on. They ended up not playing Game 2. With Game 2, the Lakers ended up winning 124-114. In a closer battle, it wasn't a blowout like Game 1, but the Lakers did end up winning the game. LeBron ended up having 33 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds, almost a triple-double. Anthony Davis ended up having 32 points and 14 assists. 65 points combined by those two. It's going to be really hard to beat. Really hard to beat, we saw in Game 2. Because that's a dynamic duo that we never seen before. Yeah, you got Kobe and Shaq, but these two boys, the way LeBron facilitates and the diesel that he is, hey man, it's tough to stop that duo. Anthony Davis can shoot, he can block, he can mid-post, he got the mid-range, he can do whatever you want at the end of the day. But hey, we're not just gonna not talk about the Heat and what they did on the side as well, because they fought hard at the end of the day. Jimmy Butler ended up having 25 points, 13 assists, 8 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk off the bench ended up having 24 points, 9 rebounds, and a couple assists. So they were able to stick in there a little bit, and it was a big boost in the absence of Bam Adebayo and Goran Dragic. So it was a good thing to step up. So now let's move on to Game 3. Woo! Game 3 was a game, baby. Jimmy Buckets with the what's up? You don't want no smoking. Hey. Game 3, the Miami Heat ended up winning 115-104. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was shocked. I mean, I said the Lakers in 5, so I'm not too surprised that the Miami was able to steal a game. But I was like, I mean, you can't be surprised by Jimmy Buckets. 40-point triple-double. The man is a dog. The way, and I still go back to this point, Jimmy was in Minnesota, Chicago, and people claim that he was a bad teammate. He was causing fights in locker rooms. But now Jimmy goes to his own team, signs with his own team, takes his boys in the first season to the NBA Finals. You can't say nothing about that. Can't say nothing about that. And his old teammate, Andrew Wiggins, even said, I had no problem with Jimmy. Jimmy wasn't the problem in the locker room. So the media plays a part in that. The media plays a determinant in the player's outlook on the league. So, but we're gonna run down specifics of Game 3 and the stats of what the players were doing and how this really happened. So starting with the Heat, you had Bam Adebayo out and Goran Dragic both out. Jimmy Butler ended up having 40 points, 13 assists, and 11 rebounds. He also had key contributors from Tyler Hero at 17 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Kelly Olynyk again had 17 points, an assist, 7 rebounds, and Duncan Robinson and Jay Carter both had 12 points each. So when you got key contributions from your other players, your role players, other than your big star, that's always a recipe for winning, man. You can't just have one person dominating the ball all like this. Now, granted, you did have Kobe beating Bryant. You feel me? He was the 81. Rest in peace, love you, Kobe. But I mean, that was back in the day. But now it's too skillful. Dudes can pop from 30. Everybody is more talented. So you can't just have one person dominate the game. You gotta have everybody else contribute as well. And on the Lakers side, LeBron ended up having 25 points, 8 assists, and 10 rebounds. Anthony Davis ended up having 15 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma and Marcus Morris both ended up having 19 points off the bench. Now, the Lakers, like I said before earlier in the video, LeBron and AD are a dynamic duo. Duo means two. You gotta have both players coming ready to play. Now, Anthony Davis, it's not that he didn't have an efficient game or anything like that. He just wasn't able to do what he did in game 1 and game 2. So he gotta come back, and if they wanna win game 4, he gotta come back and do what we know Anthony Davis is capable of doing. Putting buckets, dropping 30 when he needs to, when he wants to, and the Lakers can win. But let's move on to game 4 now. Now, lastly, moving on to game 4, tonight on ABC at 9 p.m., game 4. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. We know the Heat is capable of winning the game. There's no doubt about that. The NBA plays for a reason. They've worked and grinded way too hard to get to this point, not to get a dub, at least in the game. But ultimately, I think that the Lakers are going to pull this out. LeBron's like, all right, bet. I mean, we've seen in previous series, Portland 4-1, Denver 4-1, Houston 4-1, and there's always that one player that want to talk. Hey, man, LeBron know what he's doing. This is his 10th finals. You think the man don't know what he's doing already? Granted, he didn't win every single finals. We're not going to get into that. A couple of them he should have won. But it's okay, man. LeBron's going to know what he wants to do. He's going to do what he wants to do. Get his teammates involved. Get his own buckets. I think it's going to be a tight one. I think it's going to be another 10-point game. I think LA is going to end up winning it. But hey, I won't be surprised. I will not be surprised if Miami wins because they know what to do. It's going to be tough, though, because they don't have Bam and they don't have Goran. Those are 2 key contributors. But you see that they're able to do it. They're able to do it. I hope everybody enjoyed that video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm here, man. I know I'll try not to go a week again without making a video, but I'm here. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'm out.
No, I just wish you loved me more. Yeah, I'm tired of the talking. You gotta show